by signals in bridge we mean which cards to play to tell your partner when you're defending what to do. There's three different types of signal. There's an attitude signal where you tell partner if you like the suit and say, yeah, I like that suit, keep coming with it. There's the count signal, which we've already seen once or twice, where you tell your partner how many cards you have in that suit. And there's a suit preference signal, which is where you tell the partner which suit you want to play next or which suit you want to swap to come back with. So first of all, and the thing to remember is with one card you can only have one kind of signal. You can't do two types of signals with one card. And attitude and count always have preference over suit preference. So some people say I gave count and I also suggested which suit to lead with that card. You can't do that. You either give count or you give suit preference. You can't give both. Before we go on to how to signal, I just want to have a quick run through of leads, because leads is all to do with defence. We all know often we'll lead the fourth best in our longest and strongest suit. So from this suit we'd lead the 2. Second highest from suits without an honour. So if we were leading these two suits, the first one, we don't lead fourth highest, we lead the second highest, which is the 5. You'd only lead fourth highest if there was a 10 or higher card in the suit. And when you've only got 3 little ones, again it's the second highest, but we play a mud. We play the second highest, and then next time you play your highest, and by playing low high, it's saying you've got an odd number of cards, so your partner should then be able to work out. Here, where you've got 4 and you play your second highest, you'd play the 5, and next time you'd play either the 2 or 4. By playing high low, it says you've got an even number. Top of the sequence, or top of touching honours in a broken sequence. So here we play the king and king, queen, jack, 3-2. We wouldn't play fourth highest because we've got a sequence there. From ace, queen, jack, 2, we'd play the queen. It's the top of the 2 touching ones. 9, 8, 7, 6. That doesn't count as a sequence. It only counts as a sequence if you've got an honour in it. So there you'd play your second highest rather than the 9. 8, because you haven't got an honour. It's 5 little ones. But from 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, you'd play the 10 because that is a sequence of 10 is classed as an honour.
Right.
Okay.
But on the third one there, John, where you would play the 8, what would you play the second time in?
You'd play, you've got an odd number, so you'd play the 9 the second time.
Play the 9 the same as more.
Yeah, because then you play an odd even to show. Do not lead unsupported. And one of the worst leads that I've always said, if you've got a hand like this, A6, 4, 3, 2, don't lead that suit. But if you have to lead it, lead the 8, but try and find a different lead. And similarly, king 3, 2, unless partners bid it or something, is a bad combination to lead from, because if opposition have got ace, queen, they might make the queen, which your king could catch. But if you have to lead it, you'd lead the 2 to say, and by leading the lowest, it's saying you've got an honour in that suit. And of course, you would always look at trying to lead partner's suit, or the other suit which you'd always think of leading first is the unbid suit. So now we look at signals. And the first thing about signals is don't signal with a card that you might need later. I.e., if you've got 2, say a king and a 2, don't put the king under the ace to say that you've got 2 of them, Or if you've got 3 to the queen, try and don't signal with the queen. Keep the queen. If you think it might win a trick, don't play it. Keep length with dummy. By that, if when dummy goes down and you see 4 spades and you've got 4 spades, you need to keep 4 spades. Don't go throwing one of those spades away. Otherwise, you might find when opposition have led spades a couple of times, they're going to make that extra trick with their odd spade because you've thrown one away. Similarly, try and keep length with declarer. You can't see declarer's hand, but you have to try and work out what his long suits are by the bidding. If he's bid spades and then he's bid 1 spade and then next he bids 3 diamonds, you know he's got 5 spades and 4 diamonds. So you need to try and keep, if you've got long spades and diamonds, you need to try and keep those to make sure he doesn't set up those odd tricks at the end. And of course, keep at least one of partner's suits so you can lead back to him. Sometimes you can't do all, but that's what you have to try and do.
What was the last one, John? Sorry.
Keep one of partner's suit.
Oh, okay.
Don't go throwing all of partner's suit away, because if you get in,
you haven't got to lead back.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Attitude signals. We're going to play low encourages. If you put a low one on, it encourages the suit, and if you put a high one on, it discourages. Lots of people play high encourages and low discourages, but I particularly don't like that because you end up throwing your 8s and 9s away on suits that you like, and you can often get those set up or use them to draw high cards. So low encourages, high discourages is what most advanced players, most people start off with high encourages, but I'd say go straight into low encourages. It's a much better system, but just be aware if you're playing against people, the majority of people will play the other way round, even though it's recognised. You won't see any experts and internationals playing it, but the main thing is to have an agreement with your partner which way you're playing. You're better off to be playing the other way and have an agreement, but not have any agreement at all. That's the main thing. Right, we're looking at leading in the suit Ace King 5-3-2. And what we're going to do is, if you lead the ace, you're asking partner to give you an attitude. If you lead the king, you're asking him for count. So ace for attitude, king for count. It's nice and easy to remember. But again, you have to be aware that some people play it the other way around. It's just how they do it. In this country, nearly everybody plays ace for attitude, king for count. If you're online and you're playing people from America, they often do it the other way round. It's like all these, there's you pay your money, you take your choice. Normally, you'd lead the ace if it's a shortish suit, 3 or 4, and the king if you've got 5 or more, because then you want to know, it's more important to know how many partners got.
So if you've got both ace king and you lead the king, you're saying, partner, tell us how many cards you've got in the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because up to now, if we've got ace king, you've always said lead the ace. So this is a new.
Yeah. Well, again, normally you will lead the ace for attitude.
Yeah.
The king for count is very rare, but I would say it's 90% of the time you want attitude. So if partner leads the ace and you have queen 3-2, I always assume the partner's going to have the king when he leads the ace. Although that didn't work when I was playing with my partner Graham last night. He let it work for a little doubleton, which I didn't like. So you can normally assume partner's got the king. So if partner leads the ace, do you like the suit when you've got queen 3-2?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you want to encourage him. So which card do you play?
Low.
Low to encourage.
Oh, low. Okay.
Yeah. Low to encourage. Low you like. So you play the 2 to encourage him.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, John, is if you did the other way around, you would have to play You'd have to play the queen, wouldn't
No, you wouldn't play the queen. You'd play the 3. You'd play the middle one. Say if you had queen 8-2, you'd play the 8 if you're playing it the other way around there.
You wouldn't play the queen.
No, you don't signal with cards which might make tricks.
No, because that would make a trick,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? That's what I was
So
thinking.
if you're playing the other way around, you'd put the 8 on there, a high one, to say, yeah, I like this. If you're playing the way I say, you'd put your 2 on to say, yes, I like it.
You put the 2 on the first trick, then the 3 on the next trick shows that the 2 was a lower card.
Exactly,
and you want to
yeah. That's exactly right, David. Do you like the suit? Yes, it's safe to continue, so you play the 2. Here you've got partner leads the ace and you've got the 8-3-2. Do you want him to continue with the suit? Is it safe?
No.
Yeah.
No, because you're just setting up their queen. So you don't like the suit, so you play the 8. Discourages, low encourages.
Would you only like the suit then if you had a higher card?
Normally if you had the queen like the one below, yeah.
What happens if you have the jack or the 10?
Well, you might do that in no trumps, but if you're playing in trumps, it's not going to make a trick. By the time he's got his ace king, and then they've got
No.
the queen, you're not going to make a trick with it. However, you're playing in trumps here, and partner leads the ace, and you've got the ace 8-2. Do you like the suit on this occasion?
In trumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Get rid of them.
Yeah, because you might get a ruff. You're looking to get a ruff. So which card would you play this time?
2.
The 2. We'd play the 2, which says continue, and then partner would lead his king, and then he'd lead another one, and you'd get your ruff.
That's different to because normally when you say you've got a double, and you play the high one, then the low one.
Yeah, that's when you're given count. Here
Yeah,
he's led the ace, he
that's
wants
different.
attitude.
Yeah,
That's a really good point, David. That's where a lot of people get it wrong on an ace lead. They'll put the 8 on.
yeah.
If you're playing high encourages, it doesn't matter. But if you're playing low encourages, you have to put your 2 on an ace.
If he's got the ace though, if he played the ace,
Yeah.
you're saying it shows he's got the king.
You assume he's got the king,
Yeah,
because leading from the ace and you haven't got the king's a very bad lead.
yeah.
So you lead the ace, you assume he's got the king, so you put the 2 on and say, keep leading, partner.
Yeah.
And also, so on ace you give attitude, king you give count, and on queen, if he leads the queen or the jack, you'd give attitude as well, to say whether you like it or not. So let's look at a couple of examples. Here they've ended up in 5 clubs. A bad contract, but that's where they are. And East is on lead. So he's got an ace king. So an ace king's one of the best leads you can do, as we've said, because you can drop the ace and find out whether partner likes the suit. So here, ace, 3, he likes it, so he plays the 2,
Yeah.
5. So partner continues, king, 6, 8, 10. He continues again. You've made 3 tricks, and it's down because it's 5 clubs.
Yeah.
Notice if we undo, pass, and if he leads the ace, notice what happens if he leads the ace, and this person isn't thinking, he puts the 8 on and discourages, and he swaps suit, and he leads. He's looking at this. He leads a spade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make the contract.
Now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 club tricks. He can throw a diamond away on the ace king of spades. He makes 3 hearts, and he makes the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got
Right.
that routine, it's easy to let them slip a contract through.
It means East has to be really watching what West's playing.
Exactly.
Thinking,
Now here, East is dealer. What would anybody bid with this hand? East hand.
no trump.
1 no trump. Thanks, David. It's got 12 to 14 and completely balanced. Pass. And now what would you do with West?
Straight to 3 no trumps.
I go straight
three
to
no
3 no
trumps.
trump. You've got
3 no
14. You've got enough points. Yeah. And there's no point showing clubs in my view. You know, nobody's interested in the minors.
Yeah.
So just go 3 no trumps and we pass it round. And so South is on lead. Here, again, he's got ace, king, jack, a great suit to lead from at no trumps. Ace,
Diamonds.
Now, does
Well,
North doesn't like the suit,
no.
so he puts his
No, he
10
doesn't like
on,
the
saying,
10 on.
"Pooh," it's on that. So now he's going to say, take notice of North. He doesn't like the suit, so I'm not going to come with it again. He hasn't got the queen. You can see, don't forget, East is playing it, so West is dummy. You can see that West hasn't got it.
No.
So
So
he needs to swap a suit.
Yeah.
He needs to swap a suit, 10 to Ace. Now East needs to, he's got one trick. He can get 2 tricks in spades.
Yeah.
That's
Three
3 tricks. 3 tricks in hearts is 6 tricks. Ace of clubs is 7. So he has to get some club tricks, yeah?
Yeah, he has to try the clubs, doesn't he?
So he's
So he
going
has to
force
try
this
the
version.
clubs. Puts the 9 on. North can get in with the king. And now, which diamond would he lead back?
He would
The high one.
High 1 from 2, yeah. When you start with 3, you lead the highest back. 9. And it doesn't matter now if you can put the queen on and you can put a little one on.
He can see table, can't he?
Yeah. You can lead it again. Trucks it again.
Mm, mm, mm.
And
Lead it,
he's
yeah.
and he's in lead now. He can lead the king, and he's got 5 tricks. It's
Yeah.
well down.
Yeah.
Now let me go back to see what would happen if South had continued with the king. If he took no
Yeah.
notice of his partner. So if he continues with the king, 5, 9, 6. And now, if he leads, it doesn't matter what he leads now, if he leads another diamond's probably the best
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah.
But he can get the queen.
He's got in. Yeah.
And now when he
Now they can
does it,
start playing the clubs. Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he takes the king, and then, well, no matter what he leads, they get the rest of the tricks,
Yeah.
and he gets 10 tricks.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's made the difference from going 1 down to getting over trick, but North told South he didn't like the diamonds, and South can see he's got Ace, King, Jack, so he works out that the queen must be with East, so he has to hope that North gets in and can lead diamonds, and then he's going to trap the queen.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which of the other 3 suits South leads, just don't lead the diamonds, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Spades works out as the best, but I would be looking at the table here
Yeah.
and thinking King, Jack. If East has got the ace, he's going to make them all, but if
Yeah.
North might have the ace and it can come back. So
Yeah.
leading a spade doesn't cost a trick. Whereas if
Yeah.
you lead a heart and say North has got
Yeah.
the king, queen, king, ace, he's going to,
Yeah.
you're going to cost the tricks.
Likewise.
Spades is the safest because
Yeah.
if North hasn't got the ace, you're not costing any tricks. But if he has got the ace, he's going to get back in.
Clubs
Yeah.
is a safe-ish as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's setting their suit up as well,
Yes,
David.
yeah.
You never know. If partner's got the king, he's always going to get in with it.
Yes, all right.
But it might be that if you lead clubs and he hasn't got the king, they take 6 tricks
And they've made
Straight
and
up.
they've got
Yeah.
it before you had a
Yeah.
chance to get back
Yeah.
in.
Mm.
So that's giving you a double chance leading the spades.
Right.
And a redeal. Right here, we look at South hand, 14 points, balanced hand, so we'll go 1 no trump. Pass. Here, what do we bid with North's hand, everybody?
I would say
3 no trumps.
We've got 14 points, haven't we? Yeah,
Spades.
14. I would certainly bid spades first, presumably.
Yeah, how do you show spades, Bill?
I would do 2 hearts.
No, that's
Not
when you've
too
got
close.
5. That's
Sorry?
you need
Oh, sorry,
5
that's right.
to
You need to transfer. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Stairman, isn't it?
Oh, so you do Stairman, I guess. Yeah.
2 clubs, yeah, you go 2 clubs. Pass. He'd go 2 spades, I've got spades with you.
Yeah.
Pass. And he'd jump straight to 4 spades.
4 spades. Yeah.
Mm.
So we're in 4 spades, so West is on lead. Ace, small diamond.
five.
What do we like? What do we
Ah.
get?
Well, we do the 8 here. You don't like diamonds, do you?
Well, you do. You're in trumps.
In
If
trumps.
Yeah,
partner can
because you
lead the
could do a
king, you might
rough.
get a
You
rough.
put 2 in. Yeah.
So you put the 2 on because you want to get a rough. Look what happens if we'll continue playing it this way, and then we'll go back.
Yeah, and then 8, and then you can rough, yeah.
And now he leads again.
You're in spades, yes, yeah. You're not
He's
in-
going to get his 8 of spades in. So he's made
Yeah.
3 tricks, and eventually he's going to make the king of clubs. Can you see that? When he has to
Yeah.
finesse the clubs to try and make his 10, and you make the king 1 down. Okay, let's go back a bit. Right, so look what happens here if we play the 8,
Yeah,
and because we think it's a doubleton, so we play the 8 instead of attitude. And he thinks, whoa, he doesn't like that suit. I'm going to
change suits. Yeah.
change suits.
Yeah.
So I'm looking here, which 1, 2, 3, I might lead clubs, I might not. Lead clubs, he can't afford them to get back in. Then he draws trumps.
Yeah.
It's worth sacrificing, even if he's leading from the king, it's worth losing the king, because if the king goes there and he comes back diamonds, you're going to be down. So it wasn't worth taking the finesse there. That's all the trumps gone. Now he'd lead the club. Now he comes back diamonds, but it's too late.
I'll get the trump.
You know there's a trump, so he tries a heart. He can take the queen. And he can now lead his 2 trumps out. 2 clubs out, rather.
Tricks everywhere.
And then there's tricks all over the place now. He's got a trump, he's got 2 leading hearts, and he's got the diamond as well, and another trump. So he makes his 10 tricks. If you make a mistake and you put your high one on, and you don't encourage partner to come back with it. So that was all on encourage, discourage, those 3. If your partner leads the ace, you encourage by low, discourage by a high, and normally you would encourage if you've got 3 to the queen, or in trumps if you've got 2 and you want to try and get a